with the pain that she encountered. And so some of the scholars mentioned, subhanAllah, that of the benefits that we can derive for the suffering that Al-Hassan wal-Hussein and those that came after, may Allah be pleased with them, from the family of the Prophet ﷺ, that were born into a later reality, when the Prophet ﷺ had passed the greatest hardship, is that they went through tests that were similar to the early tests of Islam. And in the process, Allah Azza wa Jal continues to elevate their rank, and so their stories are uniquely tragic and turbulent, like the early stories of Islam were uniquely tragic and turbulent. May Allah be pleased with them. And so you start with, I actually want to, before we go to the women folk in particular, because the thing about the women folk in these stories is that the entries are usually very short, because their lives are usually very private. But you can imagine the suffering that's happening in the background, that at the end of the day, while they're often not accounted for in the casualties, like in Karbala, they're the widows. They're brought along as captives, right? And taken on a very difficult and humiliating experience. That they encounter these tragedies in a very unique way, and that's not always going to be represented in the history books, but it will be in Allah Azza wa Jal's books.